Hello, I am Monamo. I create art in the form of music, and many other ways actually, but this is about my music. I love writing songs. I've done so for so long, and every time I write, it is from a place of where I am mentally in that moment, is from a place of the things that I have discovered, the things that I have processed, the things that I have learned, and just it serves almost as an artistic documentary of my evolution as a human being and a person as I grow. And I am not a music producer. I cannot produce music to save my life. I'm just yeah, but I do know what I love to hear, and I love what I know, and I love what I hear, if that makes any sense. But I cannot do it on my own. I don't know how to make it sound like that. But when I hear something, I'm like, oh my god, yes, I want it with this, you know? Yeah, basically that. Looking at my generation, I am really proud of how aware we are. And this is just generally speaking. I don't want to get into the nitty gritty of things right now. But that is to say, because I also feel, although I am very proud of where we are, I feel like there is so much that goes unsaid and unquestioned and ignored. I want to speak about all these things. I want to talk about the things that go unsaid and ignored. I want to question and get answers to the things that we just simply nod our heads to and say, oh, well, that's the way it is, I guess. Yeah. My pen is a part of me. It is the closest I can truly ever get to expressing myself, and that's besides dancing. I've been dancing for as long as I can remember, something that I thought was just a way of me getting away from my responsibilities. I mean, I guess it is in a way, but it was very much and has always been a way of me expressing myself. But it wasn't until high school when I realized that there's actual raw potential here, and this is something that I'm actually in love with and always have been in love with. And it was thanks to the friends that I had found at this time. It was a place where I felt like I had found myself. It was where I started to feel like I had found myself again, although in a more so escapism type of way. But these beautiful friends of mine that I had crossed paths with at this time in my life were basically the reason why I've been propelled to where I am today, basically.
Don't act like you forgot. I called a shot. Like blah, blah, blah. Y'all should know me well enough.
Because we started off with this dream of being a dance team to becoming a girl group, and that not working, and then me being here. COVID playing a huge role in all this, the mind delusionism that occurred during that time in the lives of many people we could write a whole essay on that. But yeah, it took a lot for me to realize and accept the fact that forming a girl group was not going to work, or joining a girl group was not going to work. Anytime I tried, it just never worked. I was then forced, literally forced, by all the forces, whatever forces it is that controls our world and everything that's going on. Because I tell you, no matter what I tried, it just could not work. I was forced to take on being an artist on my own, and it was really painful. I say painful because it pushed me to be in this position of listening to myself. And this is from somebody who hates attention but wants it at the same time. Attention is something that was very scary for me. I couldn't fathom the idea of just being seen, just me. So the facade of a girl group made me think, okay, then being in a girl group, I wouldn't be seen that much, but I can still express myself, and it's like, yay. But that was just not what was meant for me. It wasn't until I decided I was isolated literally from everyone that I started to be forced to uncover who I am and sit with myself and sit with my feelings, forced to get out of that suitcase that was overpacked with things that I've been suppressing, and have all the clothes and things that were inside spring out everywhere. And I had to deal with all of that. And it really felt like, I gotta use an analogy for this, a plant. Let's think of a seed in the ground when it's planted, buried under all that earth, right? And it's been detached from the world completely, but it is connected to the earth. It is connected to the earth, and it begins to form these strong roots. And then guess what? It, with the light and sunshine and correct feeding, right, water and everything, it begins to sprout forth leaves and flowers, right? And then it's called beautiful. That's what it felt like in that moment. I felt like a seed. But now I feel like, as I've spent so much time with myself and understanding myself, I feel like I'm starting to get these roots, and I'm giving myself the right nutrients, right? I can feel as if I am so close to sprouting forth. That's what it feels like, basically. But yeah, within this last year, 2023, I I started to experiment. I decided to go all in, do what I had to do on my own. I decided to start writing with my own self in mind, not just because with the girl group, it was like, I was writing all these catchy little songs, and it was a song that I liked, but it was like for everyone, and it was great. It was really great for the moment. But spending time with myself, I decided to I started to understand what I wanted to give, what I wanted to get, what I really felt like I was here for. I began to understand that. And I began to experiment with different sounds, trying to find what was right for me. I tried a little bit of bubblegum pop. Yes, your basic pop, bubblegum, peachy, whatever. Yeah, it was great. It was really great, but it was not for me. I also dabbled a bit into Afrobeats, which took me back to my hometown, back to my country, Nigeria, and it was great, but I also realized it was definitely not for me. And then along the line, I wrote, "Where is God?" And I was like, oh, it felt like I was getting closer to home. Because to where home is, I realized that I like how it felt. I felt very much in my element with that song, and I realized how much I actually really enjoy the dreamy sounding music that seems to feel like it takes you out of this world. I like the live sounding drums. I like music that sounds alive, that complements the lyrics that I write, that speaks life to me, and I feel like it speaks life to others. I experimented a bit more, I'm not gonna lie, I did, and that gave birth to songs like My Religion and Paparazzi, which were very, very experimental. Yeah, you with the glow, with the fro. You, I love you. Yeah, you with the eyes, with the fires. You are my religion. Yes, you are my religion. There's no other comparison. You're you could literally hear it in the songs. And then I wrote 500 People. This song was a song dedicated to my first 500 subscribers on YouTube. And I was like, yeah, this is home. The way that song sounds was just so me. And it's a song that's actually inspired by Supernatural by Ariana Grande, the producer for the track. It made it very clear that's what it was, and it sounded that way. And I absolutely adore that song. But yeah, that was great. And I was like, yep, this is home. When I listen to music like this, I feel the most alive, the most myself. And yeah, it felt like a safe space. Because that's what home is, right? Home, your safe space, the place where you can be yourself without question, the place where you go back to after exploring and adventuring. That means I can still explore and experiment and go out there and see new things. But now I found my element, my style, my home, where I can express myself, express my love. And this is just the beginning of my love. Love, mon amour. Thank you.